Hey everyone, and welcome back for another deep dive. We love to get down into the nitty-gritty about some truly fascinating creatures. And today, we're diving into the world of a critter that you all specifically requested, the Mexican mole lizard. You know, when we asked you all for suggestions for a deep dive, a bunch of you mentioned that you love learning about animals that are just really, really well adapted to some pretty extreme environment.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And the Mexican mole lizard definitely fits the bill, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's kind of amazing how life finds a way to make it work.
Exactly. So let's dig in, I guess, pun intended, right? We're going underground to uncover what makes this creature so unique.
Yeah, let's get into it.
So first and foremost, for anyone who's not familiar, paint us a picture. What does this subterranean marvel actually look like?
Well, imagine a lizard.
Okay, got it. A lizard.
But, it took some fashion advice from an earthworm.
Okay, I'm intrigued.
Yeah, they've got these sleek worm-like bodies, and they're covered in smooth scales, really streamlined, perfect for navigating those tight tunnels underground.
Makes sense. Super aerodynamic for their lifestyle.
Oh, absolutely. But here's the thing. They actually have tiny forelimbs with claws.
Oh, hold on. Claws. So they're not totally limbless like, say, a snake or a worm.
Nope. It's like evolution decided, well, you need a little bit of limb to be a digging pro.
Just a little boost.
Exactly. And those claws are super powerful, perfect for really excavating and making those underground burrows. But no hind limbs. That would just get in the way down there.
Yeah, no need for legs in those tight spaces.
Yeah.
So what about their eyes? I've heard they're, well, pretty much non-existent.
Yeah, that's pretty much spot on. In the darkness of the underground, who needs to see, right?
Right.
So over time, their eyes have gotten super tiny, almost invisible. But here's the thing. They've traded those peepers for heightened senses of touch and vibration.
Wow. So they can basically see their world through vibrations.
It's pretty wild, right? And that's how they navigate their tunnels, sense changes in the environment, and even detect prey. Those vibes are key for hunting down dinner.
Okay, so speaking of dinner, what are these guys snacking on down there in the dirt?
They're carnivores, through and through. Got a real taste for all the crawly critters you find, underground insects, larvae, termites, you name it.
Little protein snack?
Oh, yeah. And they're not just sitting around waiting for a meal to stumble into their burrow. They're active hunters.
But how do they hunt if they can't see?
That's where those supercharged senses come in. They feel the vibrations of their prey moving around, pinpoint their location, and then bam, powerful jaws, sharp teeth dinner is served.
Wow, it's like this whole world of drama happening right under our feet. It really is incredible how their whole anatomy is just perfectly made for this underground life, right?
Yeah, they're like the poster child for burrowing. Streamlined bodies, crazy senses, no useless limbs to get in the way. Everything's perfectly tuned for life below the surface. And it's not just about hunting, it's about survival in those tough desert conditions of Baja California.
Oh, right. I mean, burrowing is the perfect way to escape that scorching desert sun, right?
Oh, absolutely. It's like their own little air-conditioned bunker down there. And speaking of being down there, they're pretty solitary creatures, mostly active at night and twilight.
Oh, yeah. We call those guys crepuscular. Right?
Exactly. Crepuscular. A great word for a trivia night, by the way. And yeah, by sticking to those cool burrows during the day, they've carved out this really neat niche for themselves.
Clever. They figured out how to beat the heat.
Yeah.
But what about, making more mole lizards? What's the scoop on their mating and reproduction?
Well, that's where things get a little murkier.
Yeah.
We definitely know they lay eggs, but their mating rituals and parental care are still pretty mysterious. They are really good at keeping their private lives private.
It's like a puzzle with a few missing pieces. But since we know they bury their eggs underground, do you think maybe they guard those nests? Or do some parental care?
It's definitely possible. I mean, burying eggs is a good first step for protection. And some level of parental care wouldn't be too surprising considering how vulnerable those hatchlings are. But honestly, we need more research to get a clearer picture of their family life.
So much left to learn. It is pretty amazing how much we still don't know about a creature that seems, otherwise so well understood. So where do they stand in terms of conservation? Are they doing okay?
The good news is they aren't currently endangered. But that doesn't mean they're not vulnerable. They've got a pretty limited range, only in Baja California, remember?
Right.
And they're very specific about their habitat. Plus, there's a lot of human development happening in that region, which puts a strain on their homes.
Yeah, even if they're doing all right now, we can't just assume they'll always be fine.
Totally. I mean, the Mexican Molly lizard story is like a reminder that even the toughest, most well-adapted creatures can be affected by all the changes happening in their environment. Their future really depends on us stepping up and making sure their ecosystem stays balanced and healthy.
It's a good reminder that everything is connected.
Hmm.
This deep dive has been absolutely fascinating. The Mexican Molly lizard, a true master of the subterranean world. They're not just some weird creature living in the dirt. They're a reminder that there's this whole amazing world of biodiversity hidden right under our feet. And we got to make sure we protect it.
Couldn't have said it better myself. And, it makes you think, if a creature like the Mexican mole lizard can find a way to thrive in such a harsh environment, what does that tell us about resilience, about
Yeah.
adaptation?
Oh, that's a good one.
And how can we use that knowledge to protect not just the mole lizards, but all the other amazing creatures out there facing their own challenges?
That's a question worth pondering for sure. So to all our listeners, keep exploring, keep learning, and maybe take a moment to appreciate all the wonders, above ground and below, that make our planet so incredibly diverse and fascinating.
Well said.
We'll catch you all in our next deep dive. See ya.
Bye, everyone.